How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be going over a ESPER Walkers deck that I came up with. There's still a lot of things about this deck that I do think I'm going to be changing in the future. We're still kind of tinkering around with it because of our card set that I have. I don't have a whole lot of the cards yet in the set. So we're still doing a lot of work and a little bit of place testing with this, but keep in mind this deck did do pretty well in the standard event that I took it into. We're going to be showing you a couple games from that. We ended up getting 500 gold back, so we ended up breaking even on the rate of return. But let's go ahead and let's break this down real quick, and then we'll get into that gameplay here in just a moment. So this deck, my whole idea behind this deck was to attack obviously the meta, your mono reds, your new Lucky Clover type decks, things like that. So we'll start it off. We have a Thought Erasure, obviously early game, early mana, get into their hand, see what they got, kind of decide what you want to do from there. This is obviously one of the very first cards we play. If almost every game we play this turn 2, we follow it up on turn 3, or at least we try to follow it up on turn 3 with our Unmoored Ego. Now this card, it's not typically ran in a lot of decks. This is the one card I'd say I would change more than anything in the deck, because I would like to fill this spot with 3 absorbs. I think that would work a lot better with the current meta that we're in right now. Unmoored Ego, don't get me wrong, is a fantastic card, and I've used it in ways that have literally won me games. Speaking of the Lucky Clover type decks, we were able to get our turn 3 off, getting their Lucky Clovers taken out of their decks, so their adventure cards become not as valuable to them. We were able to save a lot of games with this card. Jeskai Fires decks, we were able to go in and get their Fires of Invention, a lot of things like that. So Unmoored Ego is a fantastic card, but here's where my problem comes in with the Unmoored Ego. A lot of times we don't hit our Thought Erasure, and then we go right into our Unmoored Ego turn 2 or turn 3 or whatever it may be. Our turn 3, their turn 2. We go for the Lucky Clover before we think they can get out on the board. Turns out it's not the deck that they're playing at all. It's like a it's a Cynic Ramp type deck, and then we could have gone for a Uro or something. So that card I think would be better valued as an absorb. Just something to think about in the deck, but very cool card nonetheless. So then we got a lot of little removal. Tyrant Scorn easily deals with a lot of those 1/1 drops from the mono red type decks, mono white decks. It's a really good card, so very simple one to have 4 of in. Narset is our next, or it's our first Planeswalker, because this is a Walkers deck, I like to call it, because we do run 4 different Planeswalkers, and they're kind of our win con in this deck. Narset, obviously easy card search. Teferi, gotta have 4 of those. He's probably one of the best cards in the meta right now. He shuts down anything instant speed, which is really, really nice, and then you can get a card draw off of him, as well as a little bit of a bounce to slow play your opponent. Mortify, this card right here, probably my favorite removal card at the moment. I do wish it was only 2 mana to play, but the fact that it's 3 is not terrible. It just is a little tough in a deck like this, because most of our lands are slow play lands, so it's usually like a turn 4, but it does take care of things that you normally wouldn't be able to take care of on the board. If somebody Banishing Lights one of my Planeswalkers, Prison Realms them, Elspeths them, we can destroy those enchantments with this card as well as a creature. So it's a fantastic card to run. Absolutely love it. Very versatile. Othakaya, very, very obvious card to run in the deck. You do have a lot of Planeswalkers, so they will be punished if they try to attack our Planeswalkers, as well as us gaining life, which is really awesome. It's also some early removal coming on the field and dealing 3 damage, so very easy card to run. Here's where it gets a little weird too, where we get a little janky with my planning. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of cards. So in this position here, I have 2 Shatter the Skies and 1 Kaya's Wrath. That's because I have a playset of Shatter the Sky, but I would prefer to run Kaya's Wrath. So I threw my one and only Kaya's Wrath in here. I prefer it over the Shatter the Sky because obviously Shatter the Sky, if they have a creature that's power 4 or greater, they end up drawing a card, which actually tends to happen quite a bit. So I don't like letting my opponent draw cards. I like to shut that down as much as possible. So if I could, I would put in a full playset of Kaya's Wrath. Maybe not a full playset, but at least 3. Chemist's Insight. Just a little bit of draw power. I did have a Dovin's Veto in place of Chemistry Insight, but I found myself with the Vetoes kind of being dead cards, and then we were always struggling to draw, and a lot of times we weren't able to get our Castle Lochthwain out on the floor. So I think Chemistry's Insight was very, very useful in this deck. And then we go to our Elspeth Conquers Death. This will obviously get us back any Planeswalkers who are killed later in the game. Very easy return policy for our Planeswalkers if something were to happen to them. Ashiok's Nightmare Muse and Liliana are our two ultimate finishers here. Ashiok's ultimate being my favorite, which is when you -7, you may cast up to 3 face down cards to your opponent's exile without paying their mana cost. It's such a good play because all her little 2/3 blue tokens that come out on the field, they make them exile cards out of their deck. And then once we are up to 7, we can ultimate taking 3 of their best cards, playing them on the field, no cost to us, and just absolutely annihilating them. So Ashiok, one of my favorite cards. Liliana, I would honestly run 4 Ashioks, but Liliana is kind of a must here because of her -4. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. It's very important here because the deck runs obviously a lot of removal with 4 Tyranny Scorns and 4 Mortifies, but it's nice to have something that can handle things like hexproof, like spell breakers, or you know, I'm trying to think of top of mind, dream trawlers, things like that. So Liliana, very good card to have, just for that removal. And then you can continue to make those 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. And you'll notice too, if you have a Liliana out, drop a few zombies, and then they still start taking over the board, you Shatter the Sky, you get to draw a couple cards, which is really nice because of her passive ability. But that's it, guys. That's the deck. We run 1 of each color, and then we also run 2 castles, and the rest is all shock lands spread out evenly, 6 apiece, and a Fabled Passage. I would like to run 2 of these, I would say, too, just to make it a little bit better, and also try to run as many of the shock lands as possible. Unfortunately, I don't have all the shock lands, so we kind of make do with what we have with some of our gain life lands, which is really nice. But that's the deck, guys. Let's get right into some gameplay. But before we do, I just want to give a quick shout out to all you guys who are watching my videos every time I post them. I really do appreciate your guys' support. It means so much to me. You have no idea. And I'm sorry I haven't been posting a whole lot recently. All I can say and tell you guys again is that I am working super hard to grind this game out to get the cards needed to give you guys some more deck techs like this. It does take some time. We are grinding and we are getting closer and closer every single day. You should see more videos coming out more frequently because I am unlocking more of those cards. And yeah, it's just been a little bit of a grind. We're getting there. We're going to get back to weekly videos, I'm sure, in no time. If not weekly, hopefully more. But just bear with me in the meantime, guys. I really appreciate it. But thank you guys so much. If you could subscribe to the channel, it'd help me out so much, as well as like the video if you really enjoy this deck. Hopefully we can give you guys better decks in the future as well. Something that, you know, can go 7 on the ladder or something like that. So till next time, guys. Peace. I think we're a pretty good matchup for pretty much everything but mono red. So just assume we're going against mono red. All right. Well, we do have our land, a shock land. We have our colors, all 3 lands that we need. Couple good cards. Shatter the Sky in case things get crazy. So I think we're good. I think this is a decent hand. I like it. Mono red. Who knew? Who knew? Oh, I did. That's right. I did. All right. Oh, okay. It's not mono red. Ooh, do we want to... What do we want to do here? I guess we'll just tap this in, huh? I want to onboard Ego, but I don't know what he's working with, to be honest with you. It's like a night deck. I don't know what to do with this guy. I guess we kill that big knight, yeah? Let's just kill this until I figure out what the heck is going on here. Embercleave. Honestly, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that he drew that. Oh boy. Definitely taking Embercleave out of his hand and his deck. Don't want to see that card. That's the beauty of Onboard Ego. You guys are about to find out how great this card actually is right now. Embercleave, you got to. Oh, he had 2 in hand. Dang, you've got to go, sir. Always check the graveyard, even though if you know it's not in there, always check it anyways. I've made that mistake and just absolutely gotten rocked because of it. All right, cool. He's a very big creature-based deck, so it's fine with me. Nice little Shadow of the Sky will sort him out pretty quickly. Good old Shadow of the Sky coming in clutch for us. I don't know, man. He's pretty aggressive, though. He's got a lot of things that hit face and whatnot, so, and buff up. It's gonna be a tough one to win. It's definitely not over by any means. How do we want to handle this? We can hit this and still Tyranny Scorn. Maybe that's the way to go. Bounce that, or do we want to go this route and go Tyranny Scorn? No, because then that would die. Let's just slow him down. That's the name of the game, right? We slow him down until we can bring out the big guns. Perfect. Okay, we got another clear board. He's no longer allowed to use instant speed items. Like this guy here. Good little life gain. I'll take that. Man, he's got so many creatures. This is crazy. It's hard to keep up with, to be honest with you. Oh boy, we're a lot of 1-drop creatures. I need another Shadow of the Sky or something here. Narset might be the best bet for that. It's a lot of damage coming in. He's gonna pump something too. This is tough. This is really tough. Maybe I just play the Narset and hope we hit that Shadow of the Sky. Or do we draw 2? Narset it is, man. Narset it is. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. All right. 4 damage target creature. Okay. It does not hit face, so. It probably would have been pretty smart play just to take that knight, but it's okay. It's okay if he wants to play it. I mean, maybe not. Maybe that was the better play because yeah, he's not going to want to play it with the Shadow of the Sky out there. So, oh, the Kaya coming in hot with some 2 life gain. Love it.
This is overwhelming.
And is he gonna play his knight? That would be pretty baller. Okay. Oh, he wants that card. He wants the card draw. That ain't a bad play on his part. That's not too bad of a play. I'll give him credit for that one. But honestly, I probably would have kept the Bone Crusher Giant over drawing. I don't know. Just my opinion, but. He did draw another one though, so good for him. We could Conquer's Death on it to get Teferi back. That would use up all of our mana though, and we could just Tyranny Scorn it away, you know. But then we wouldn't have a target for Elspeth's Conquer's Death down the road because everything else is too small. Let's go for it. Let's go on Elspeth now. Elspeth now. Get Teferi out. He loses instant speed. Jeez, man. He's hitting all his Bone Crusher Giants, huh? Good for him, I guess. I'll take that, actually. Little life gain can't hurt nothing. Onboard Ego. I don't know what he's got in his deck. Honestly, I should have probably took a look, a better gander at it. I feel like he's used up all his Bone Crushers, right? I mean, let's just insight. Be smarter than I just was there. Just FYI, guys, be a lot smarter than that. I just threw that down without even counting my mana. It worked out because Tyranny Scorn is still available, but that could have been bad. Man, Bone Crushers are actually insane. They're only rares. That's nuts. What's he got in hand? Something instant speed. Or his castle might be triggering here. It's probably just his castle. I can't bounce my own Planeswalker, right? That's, yeah, I think so. I don't want to scry. I need some health here. Need some health here. We will bounce or get rid of our temple. Yeah, probably our temple. I just don't know what I want to onboard Ego, to be honest with you guys. I have no clue. Let's just plus this for now because we don't need to draw and we need more control. So just plus that. We're going to play this. Get another card here. Hopefully he doesn't play anything too hasty that might kill us. I don't know what he could have that would kill us, but he could definitely draw into some super quick 1-drops. He's definitely has them in his deck, so it's gonna be a nail biter, guys. Absolute nail biter. At least he can't draw extra cards and he can't do anything instant speed, so pretty decent shape right now. All right. Okay. Let's gain 1 life. Let's Kaiwrath this, maybe? I think Kaiwrath here. Yeah, let's Kai's Wrath. Extra Teferi. There we go. There's our win con. And this deck is so much fun once you get, you know, all 3 or 4 planeswalkers out on the field. Oh, it starts to get really nutty. Starts to get real nutty here. There we go. There's a scoop. That usually will happen once you hit that 3rd or 4th planeswalker. You don't actually get to use them and have all that, you know, all that fun with them, unfortunately, but still pretty cool. Playing against big meaty claws. I never like two land hands, but we do have a Thought Erasure. Turn 2, first scry. Opponent does go first, so we draw into a card. I hate going second, especially with this deck, because I don't have all my lands yet. I don't have all my shock lands. It's going to be extra slow, but it does look like we drew one of our shock lands. So we will keep this. Of course, turn 2 against mono red. What else could it have been, you know? You know what I mean? Oh boy. We're going to need to draw that land like yesterday. Might have to Tyranny Scorn this, actually. I think taking care of his threats as they come, probably a little more important. Probably a little more important than looking into his hand at the moment. We can kill his Calamity, which is nice, but it all is dependent upon whether or not we get a land, and we didn't get to scry with our Thought Erasure like I thought we would, so Who knows? This could be a dud, guys. This could be a real quick dud. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, let's see. Spitter can't attack next turn. Oh, I hate throwing that away, but it's not a land. We can't have it. Come on, we know better than that. And all of our land, unfortunately, is probably going to come in tapped. We're in a lot of trouble here, guys. We're in a lot of trouble. 3 draws, no land. It just happens sometimes. I'm sure everyone's been there. There's the land. It is a life gain land, which is nice. All we can do, unfortunately, is scry. So we're going to be taking, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking 8 on this turn. All right. That is a thing that's going to happen, unfortunately. How do we handle this? No, we are taking a lot more than 8. We are taking lethal, as a matter of fact. That's too bad, man. We could have dunked on that kid. We could have dunked on him, honestly. If we would have had the lands, I knew I should have taken that hand. I knew it. All right, if you guys are wondering about the clothes change, maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but it's because I'm recording this on a whole different day. The reason being is because the original video I had a game that was scheduled to be put on here for you guys to see. It had some audio issues from Twitch because of copyright issues, which is weird because we didn't play any music, but I digress. Let's go ahead and just get into this game. Hopefully we'll get some good gameplay footage for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and play this standard ranked. As you can tell, I'm only silver, which is unfortunate, but I don't play a whole lot of standard ranked because we are trying to unlock cards as we go, and standard events are the best way to do that, I feel, with the coins. So hopefully we'll be grinding hopefully we'll grind the ranks up for you guys in later videos. We'll see. Man, that was a really shaky explanation to you guys. It's because I was thinking a lot about Mola getting twice and how upset that actually made me. Hopefully we can still pull off a win, though. We got 2 decent cards here. I would have liked a Thought Erasure, but it's all good. Great. We're looking at a cat oven here. One of my favorite decks to not play against. We have hit all of our lands, though, which is nice. Going for some red, I'm guessing. Sure is. Sure is. Mayhem Devil or Oven. Place your bets. Da, 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 da. I was trying to play like a Jeopardy music or something like that. What am I thinking of? I think it's Jeopardy. Oh no, are we playing some sort of adventure Lucky Clover style? That's kind of weird. Okay. Sure. Sure thing, fam. Take your cat and get out of here. Take your stinking cat and get the heck up out of here. So I was thinking about playing an Azorius Flyers type deck as our next deck tech. I have a lot of cards for that. So just for future, you guys might be seeing some of that coming your way on the next video. I think we need to kill that. I think we got to kill that. Where is the mayhem devil? I know you have one. I know it's coming. I know you got the oven too. Every cat deck comes with an oven and mayhem devil. It's pretty standard. Alright, we saved our Teferi a little bit of damage by waiting to cast this on their attack step. That's the unfortunate thing with the Midnight Reaper. Gets to draw that card. It's nice that they take that damage, but totally not worth it because they get a card out of it, which is always horrible for us. All right, let's do this. Let's get a little bit of a deck thin going on here. I think we're gonna take a blue source. Question is here, do we just take care of the preserver? I think that's the play. Let's just take care of the preserver. Those things can get out of hand pretty quickly. I've seen it firsthand. I seen it. They get pretty wild, so we're gonna take care of it. Hopefully he tries to trigger it with some mana, getting those tokens, and then we will come in with a Mortify and destroy it. Alright, little fabled passage. What's his play? What does he want to do? He's got 6 lands. Can't play his giant quite yet. Another preserver. Okay. Will he be tapping? Is he full sending? He sure is. He full sent on the 1 preserver, which is exactly what we wanted to see. We'll be taking that one down. Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. I think we go with Narset here and look for another removal for the other preserver. Kind of rinse repeat the steps here. Oh, at least we have a Sinister Sabotage. Maybe we could just... Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Counter anything he wants to do. We're going to lose probably Teferi this turn, but that's fine. We obviously can afford to lose him. Hopefully he doesn't target Narset, because we could use her ability one more time. Like I said, we really need to get some removal out there for the Preserver. Hopefully he plays something big. Obviously he probably won't. He can see the card. That's the only downside to pulling the Sinister Sabotage, is that he has full view of it in my hand. So he's going to be very wary on his choices here. That's actually a really good counter for us, so I'll take it. Seems like he probably had better options, if I'm being honest, to get countered with. Kind of came out with a big dog there. In that position, guys, he probably should have played something like, you know, a little less threatening to make me maybe think about countering it, and then dropping that after I wasted the counter. But who knows? Maybe he's sitting on 2 lands in his hand. Which actually doesn't make too much sense, because he would have played one this turn. Alright, cool. He didn't attack Teferi, so I can play my Shadow of the Skies Flash.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Just the trick for this.
I am battling a cold right now. Mortify. Alright. right, like I said, we're going to end our turn here. We're going to just pass over to them. Hopefully he overcommits. Maybe he hits a land and drops a Beanstalk Giant. That'd be sweet. And then we can Shatter the Sky, ruining his entire day. Because honestly, what's better than ruining someone's day in Magic, you know? People ruin mine all the time. It's only fair. What's it gonna be? I was thinking about using my owl as a pet. They're kind of cool. But I also kind of like not having a pet. Because I take Magic's hella serious, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm pretty bad at Magic if you can't tell already. Alright. You're welcome to have it. This poor guy has no idea he's about to get shattered, this guy. Unfortunately, I do think... Okay, cool. He's going to do 3. So it doesn't actually resolve before I hit this, which is nice. Because had he resolved his tokens, he would have been able to draw a card having a creature bigger than 4/4 on the board. And that would have been tragic for me. I hate giving up card draw for no reason. Here's where we start to take over. If you can ever drop an Ashiok on the board or a Liliana with no other creatures opposing you, it's pretty much a guaranteed at that point that you pretty much sealed the deal. It's pretty hard to lose a game if that happens. Okay. I don't know about this guy. I know a little bit about him, but whenever a Fey Cursed King enters the battlefield or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. Alright, so he just keeps basically getting bigger and bigger, and they just keep sacrificing things. But unfortunately, it sucks to suck. I have too much removal for you to deal with. Let's just bounce him. Let's just go and bounce that. Alright, cool. Like I said, we've pretty much stabilized at this point. We have anything here. Obviously, Shadow the Sky, Mortify, another Teferi bounce. We could just keep controlling that dragon, so not too much he can do about it. Probably end up mortifying it this time. Curious to know why he doesn't play his Beanstalk Giant. It's a pretty big creature. Pretty big threat. Cauldron Familiar. Good old kitty cat. Does he have an oven now? That would be pretty bad. Because we are kind of on the clock if he does have an oven. I love that he's got to sacrifice a permanent, because then I could just mortify after. Unfortunately, he is cursed because he is only hindering your gameplay right now, sir. If he was hexproof, I think it'd be really, really good card, but or indestructible or something. But because he's not, he's kind of weak sauce, if I'm being honest. At least in this situation. But that's it, guys. Victory Royale. And again, that was the first standard ranked match I played in a while. It's a really fun deck. I really do enjoy it. It's something that I want to continue working on because I know it could be better. I know it could be a lot better. If you guys want to, I'm totally up for some productive I'm trying to word this correctly because I don't want you guys to roast me. But like, if you guys want to critique the deck, let me know what I can do better, what I can add into the deck. Just general ideas. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. Just be nice about it. Should be easy. But that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and break it down. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'd really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Obviously, there's probably some misplays in there. I'm sure I don't even remember, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Got a little laugh out of it, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.